Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, we're going to be talking about Ronald Araujo because he has undergone surgery. We're going to be talking about him. We're going to be talking about Hansi Flick as the full interview with Barcelona has been released. We're going to be talking about that. And then as well, we're going to be talking about players who return to preseason training and an update on Joao Felix. But guys, before I get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. We'll go over there and check me out. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. But guys, let's get straight into the video. Alright guys, so starting on the video and talking about Ronald Araujo, guys, I want to be giving you an update as he has undergone surgery successfully, and on that right hamstring injury. And we do know that he's going to be out for roughly 4 months. Ronald Araujo is going to be gone for a long time, all the way up to December. But he has undergone surgery and it was successful. And obviously, we wish Ronald Araujo a speedy recovery. But now, continuing and talking about Hansi Flick, guys, we did talk about, just a little bit about this interview in one of my previous videos where Hansi Flick, he talked about the atmosphere in Barcelona. He admired the dedication and the atmosphere at the club. And now we have the full interview. And some quotes that I really do want to talk about is what he wants from his players. And this is what he has to say. I can say we always want to play actively. This is very important for me. We try to act with or without the ball, guiding the opponents in the right direction where we want them so we can win the ball. We press in a good way, maybe sometimes a little bit higher than normal. With the ball, everyone has to feel to give their best. At the moment, of course, fitness is the first priority, but we also do a lot of work with the ball, incorporating it into fitness training and everything else. The first part of the training is usually with Julio, Pep, and Rafa, and then our part with the ball is our focus. And this is something that Barcelona, we really do need to put some emphasis on, and that is the physical aspect of the game. Barcelona, throughout the entirety of the season, guys, we've seen Barcelona exposed many times when we've been competing, against some very good teams. We saw how we competed against Girona, how we competed against Real Madrid, and even in that Champions League clash against PSG. If Barcelona, maybe they were like more physically at it and they're well structured and well organized, we probably would have still lost that game, but it wouldn't have been a 4-1 defeat or anything like that. And this is something that Barcelona and a lot of Barcelona fans, they have been complaining about, and that's our physical ability and aspect of our game. And Hansi Flick continues, he said, we split it a little bit, and I think the way we work is totally different from what they have had before, especially from the fitness side, and that's where he talks about that. It's a great idea, and it's unbelievable what I can see from the very beginning of the first training. For me, it's crucial that every step includes fitness as the basic foundation, along with the tactical and technical aspects. Football is much more than just playing the ball. It's something more. For me, being fit is crucial. And that's, Hansi Flick hit it right there on the head, guys. As much as Barcelona is a talented team, there are other talented teams out there, playing. And if Barcelona, they can't compete at the basic level, talking about fitness wise, then talent can only take you so much. And unless you're a Messi, unless you're a Busquets or a Iniesta or Xavi, guys who you see once in a generation, then you do need to put some emphasis on that physical aspects. And now he talks about injuries, and he says, I don't think about these things because I can't control them. It always happens to all teams, so we have to accept it as a coach and also as a club and keep working. And the last thing he talks about is in regards to that pivot position, and he says, for me, it's important that we have a 6 who takes care of the defense. And right now we know that Mikel Merino is the front runner for that midfield position. Hansi Flick, he does want a box-to-box, and N'Golo Kante has been rumored. There have been other names other than Rabiot. Just a lot of Barcelona players have been linked to that midfield position, but right now Barcelona's priority is that left winger and Dani Olmo as well. And talking about fitness, guys, Barcelona, they will be having a training match against UE Olot on Thursday on July the 25th. On the 25th of July, and it's going to be played behind closed doors. And I think this is a fantastic addition because if you guys remember last preseason, in that first game against Arsenal, Barcelona, they kind of struggled in that game. And after the game, Xavi came out and he said, oh, I was surprised by the intensity that Arsenal played at the game. And guys, it's preseason. Preseason is it's there in order to build up the foundation and the match fitness in order to compete. It's basically there to make you ready to start the season. And if Barcelona, they're going out there, at a snail's pace, then we're already starting on the wrong foot. And Hansi Flick right now having a training match behind closed doors just to get the team up and running, I think that's a fantastic move. Obviously, it's not going to be against a big opponent, a competitive opponent. UE Alot, I believe they're a 4th division Spanish side, but still, a training match is a training match. We want these players to get back up to fitness. And talking about training, guys, Robert Lewandowski and Anders Christensen, they are returning to Barcelona training. They were here and they're joining the group. And right now, guys, Hansi Flick is super excited to work under Robert Lewandowski again. Because if you guys don't remember, Robert Lewandowski, he scored 83 goals in 71 matches under Hansi Flick, averaging a 1.16 goals per game. That's absolutely phenomenal. An insane season right there under Hansi Flick. And Robert Lewandowski in 2020, he should have definitely deserved that Ballon d'Or. And hopefully we see a repeat of that in Barcelona. But obviously Robert Lewandowski is much older. He has a lot more miles under his legs, and we still can't expect those insane numbers. But hopefully we can see a very good version of Robert Lewandowski. Something that under Xavi has been sometimes a hit and a miss. But the last topic I wanted to talk to you guys is in regards to Joao Felix, because Joao Felix has been approached by Aston Villa. Now, Joao Felix isn't a Barcelona player, and so there's no reason to be talking about this. But the thing is, Barcelona, they do remain in the race for Joao Felix, but the full focus is now in regards to Nico Williams. And, in regards to Villa right now, they are considering Joao Felix, but only after they sell Diaby, and that's because on a financial point of view, the deal is very difficult. And so Barcelona is still in the race for Joao Felix, but not really, because the priorities are Nico Williams and Dani Olmo, and then it's going to be in regards to Mikel Merino. And so Joao Felix, Joao Cancelo as well, unlikely to remain at Barcelona. But this is still that Barcelona are keeping an eye on, because if these two deals in regards to Nico Williams and Dani Olmo fall apart, then Barcelona, they still do need some additions to the squad in order to remain competitive. But guys, definitely let me know your thoughts on everything I discussed on today's video. What do you guys make of everything? Ronald Araujo undergone successful surgery. Hansi Flick putting emphasis on that physical aspect of our game. We're going to be having a training session on Thursday to basically get ready for the preseason ahead of those big matches against Man City, Real Madrid, AC Milan, and Monaco. And then as well, lastly, talking about Robert Lewandowski coming up in great form for this preseason, and Joao Felix potentially going to Aston Villa. Definitely let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comment sections. As always, like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.